The Supriya Shrinate, the Congress actually did try to focus a lot on women, and that was evident from Priyanka Gandhi's campaign and the whole, sort of focus on girls and women. At the end, though, where do you think the disconnect lay in the messaging in terms of how the BJP was able to successfully convey it and you all weren't?
So there are two things that I would want to say. Yes, we are talking about the women voters and we're going to talk about a number of factors. The two things I want to put on record. I think what the BJP tried to do, and I agree with the speaker right before me, I think it was Mr. Sanjay Kumar.
Yes.
I don't agree there was a 15% difference between the women voters and the men voting pattern. I have my reservations about that because I was on the ground. I think issues that were of price rise or issues that were of joblessness pertain to women as much as they did to men. So I'm very surprised that a divergence like that is being reported. That's the first point I would want to report. I think other than just the women voters that we are focusing on, there are two things that this election has thrown up. And I think post-poll analysis needs to talk about that. There are 120 seats where the BSP completely helped the BJP. In the West, there were about 15 seats that the RLD lost with less than 1,000 or 500 margin. Why was that happening? Because the BSP was at rescue and was helping. Mr. Owaisi, his vote share has gone up from last time. He had 2 lakh votes in 2017. He had nearly 23 lakh votes this time, 100 constituencies. At an average, there were 23,000 votes that he was diverging from what? I am just saying, one second.
Hold on, when you say helping, hold on. Parties are contesting, it's a democracy. If you're, they're getting votes.
I am not saying they are doing
that's not really their fault.
No, Vasu, yes. What I'm trying to say is when we do an analysis of the BJP's victory, you've got to realize how has voting been affected, who's taken away the votes, why has the BJP been able to get more number of seats than the other alliances. I'm just saying, I'm not saying whether they're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. Of course, it's a fundamental right to contest elections. I'm not disputing that. But all I'm saying is when we are doing a post-poll analysis, we've got to talk about why did the BJP end up winning and the alliance or other people lost. I also want to put on record here, when we are talking about women or the Ujjwala schemes that everybody keeps talking about ad nauseum, there are 5 crore cylinders in Ujjwala that have never been refilled because cylinders in India today have cost 1,000 rupees. Why is nobody talking about that? I mean, women that I went to visit, and perhaps they were more pro-Congress or anti-BJP, they all kept saying at length that aate ka daam बढ़ गया है, चाय पत्ती का दाम बढ़ गया है, पकौड़ा तलने वाले तेल का दाम 240 के आसपास है. So I'm not so sure that all of these women have voted like some of the polls are suggesting. Yes, the victor takes it all, but the post-poll analysis also needs to talk about why were the votes diverted.